This first category is top 20 disaster movies of all time. So they start at number 20. Good luck. This is a little older one. Set in a smoky, sepia-toned London. Journalists uncover a global catastrophe. 2 nuclear tests shift Earth's axis. Well, that's a bummer. That's unfortunate. The planet heats up catastrophically. Now, this is an old movie. It's in black and white. A dying world inches toward the sun. Oh, because it tipped on its axis. Not the island Earth. Any other guesses? Not the island Earth. This was 1961, if that's helpful at all. That's helpful at all. No idea. Going once. Going twice. This is the day the Earth caught fire. That's not familiar to anybody? I've seen the movie. I know I have. This film used a unique orange filter to depict the extreme heat engulfing the Earth. So the whole movie's got like an orange tint. You didn't see it. I don't know if it's available or not. All right, number 19. They get easier. Number 19. Seismology gets a Hollywood upgrade. A family man races against nature. There he is. He's racing. California's worst fears come true. Not earthquake. Skyscrapers crumble and tsunamis roar. Here's the key clue. You ready? The Rock saves the day again. The Rock. There you go, Doctor. Doing it for the team, Doctor. You are correct. San Andreas is the right answer. You guys know what year they filmed San Andreas? Any idea? It features one of the most extensive disaster CGI sequences in modern cinema. It is quite a CGI experience. 2015. Number 18. Disaster films. Here we go. Counting them down. Weather chasers living on the edge. A mysterious device is called Dorothy. I remember this. Flying cows and picket fences. Right you are. Promise you barely beat the doctor. Remember the flying cows? The tanker trucks and the flying cows? Tornadoes stalk the Midwest. Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt run from the twisters. Who's got the year on this one? When was the first? Not the new one. The original. The cow flying scene became one of the most quoted moments in 90s film history. Yeah, no kidding. 97. That's close. 96. Twister, the original. 1996. Is that a flying cow? That's not a flying cow in that picture. We don't have any flying cows in that picture. Or flying diesel tankers. Pretty good movie. Not bad. Scary. It was a disaster. All right, on to number 17. counting down the 20 top disaster films of all time. A sleepy town under threat. Now you're going to want to pay attention to the clues on this one. Ash clouds begin to rise. Bridges melt and rivers boil. Grandma gets scorched. I don't know if you remember that. You will. A volcano erupts, literally and dramatically. Now, this is not an action scene this time. This is the family that stars in the film, and they're showing just how all the different events that happen during the beginning of an eruption. You know, what the gases that come out, the water that boils. It was pretty gruesome of the scenes. Not volcano. It's. I tell you what, I'm going to give you another clue. It's the name of a mountain. Is the name of this movie. The name of the mountain is the name of this movie. 1997. It's helpful. Any guesses? Going once. Oh, Mount St. Helens. Good guess, though. Dante's Peak is what this movie was called. Does that ring a bell? Dante's Peak. If you didn't see it, definitely go back and see it. It's worth a look. All right, this is another similar picture picked by the robots that it's the family that stars in it. It doesn't really show the disaster too good here, but you'll get it. A rogue comet splits in the sky. The comet breaks in multiple pieces. A desperate journey to a bunker. Trying to get to the bunker. Families are chosen for survival. Not everyone makes it in time. Spoiler alert. Here's the key clue. Gerard Butler faces the apocalypse. Not the day after tomorrow, but hang on to that answer. You know that's gonna come. That'll happen sometime. This is more recent. This movie was made in 2020 and wasn't a bad movie, to be honest with you. This film was praised for its emotional realism, in contrast to typical disaster extravagance. More about the emotion. Oh, we prefer the CGI. Going once, going twice. This was called Greenland. You guys see this? Greenland. I saw it. It was good. If you didn't see it, worth a look again. Definitely. All right, now this one's back a little while. This next one, more of a sci-fi. This next one could fit in the sci-fi category. 2003. Birds fall, pacemakers fail. Earth's magnetic field collapses. Bummer. Not a good thing. A secret vessel drills underground. If you never heard of Greenland, you got to watch that. Good movie. At least not bad. A secret vessel drills underground. There you go, Rhombus. I knew you guys would start to get, they're always hard at the beginning. 20 to 15 is always hard. Listen to this. Unobtainium saves the day. So they had to find a certain mineral. Journey to the center of the earth, literally. And you are correct. The core is the correct answer. 2003. Though scientifically inaccurate, do tell, the movie has become a cult favorite for its wild premise. There you go, the core. Good job. Ooh, this next one's creepy. Definitely creepy. A mysterious illness in a monkey is what starts this. A small town infections turn deadly. The military steps in hard. Yes, they do. That's towards the beginning. The military comes in with a hammer. Dustin Hoffman leads the charge. No, not the Andromeda Strain, although that's a good one too. This is the more popular one with Dustin Hoffman. And what's her name? It's all good looking lady. The virus spreads fast. It's like a Ebola type of virus. The film's virus was inspired by real life of Ebola breakouts. Remember what it was called? Remember the name? This is all the way back in Yeah, there you go, Rhombus. All the way back in 1995. What's her name? What's that actress's name? Rebecca or something? Or I don't know why I can't place it. Outbreak. Outbreak is correct. She was in Tin Cup, also the actress, and she was in Thomas Crown Affair as well. She was very hot for one. Sexy lady. Number 13. This is very popular. This is going all the way back to when disaster films first started. This is a high-rise celebration, a huge party at the top floor, and it goes horribly wrong. A spark leads to catastrophe, and OJ didn't see it in time. OJ was supposed to be watching the security. Fire rages floor by floor. Yeah, Russo. Renee Russo? Renee Russo. That's her name. Renee Russo. Correct. Good looking lady. Anyway, this one stars Paul Newman and Steve McQueen in the same movie. And they kind of fight each other. Pretty cool. Yeah, you got it, Doctor. Everybody's in this movie. You name some more people that are in this movie. Who will survive the tallest Inferno? This film helped solidify the 70s disaster genre, earning 3 Oscar awards. There you go. And OJ was in. OJ was the security guard that maybe didn't see the fire in time. I don't know. Right. Number 12. So this one is kind of along the lines of Outbreak, but it's a different one. One handshake changes everything. Scientists scramble for a cure. Global panic spreads like fire. So we all had warnings for this COVID thing, you know. All these movies were out there. We could have been taking some notes. Hyper-realistic pandemic response. Eerily predictive of the COVID-19 pandemic. Anybody remember this movie at all? It was pretty popular. Epidemiologist praised its realism years before COVID-19 even struck. This is back in 2011. If I remember the other pandemic, wasn't Andromeda Strain, wasn't Outbreak. It was Contagion. Contagion. Yeah, the Contagion. Nobody wants that. Yeah, pandemic. Good. Good guess. World War Z. Good movie, but it's not in here. Not in here. We could do the top 20 zombie movies, right? That's a category we haven't touched yet. top 20 zombie movies. Now, I know you know this one. This is a ship of dreams set sail. But there's an iceberg straight ahead. I'm the king of the world. Does that ring a bell? There you go, Rob. Doctor had it first. Then Rob's. I'm the king of the world. Rose and Jack's tragic love story. And the ship does sink spectacularly. So it was a pretty cool disaster film as far as that goes. Yeah, Rob. That's correct. Glad to have you in the house. It was the first film to reach the $1 billion box office mark. First one. Anybody know the year? Who knows when Titanic was made? Oh, FYI, it looks like Rory pulled it off and won the playoff. In case anybody was wondering. Sorry, I'm turning off my other computer where I was also watching the end of the Masters Golf Tournament while I was doing the game. That wasn't good, was it? No, this next movie's cool. Number 10. Fishermen face a monstrous ocean. Real life event with real big waves. It starred George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg. Who remembers this? This is quite the creepy picture that they had in all the posters and everything, right? A confluence of storms becomes one. She's not going to let us out. Yes, correct. Not the Kraken. Dr. Egg looks like he had it first, but then Rhombus had it as well. He didn't need help. Finishing my housekeeping there. Yeah, so there's the picture. Pretty cool, huh? The wave CGI was cutting edge for its time and still holds up today. Pretty realistic. Perfect storm. Perfect storm. That was all the way back in 2000, if you can believe it. George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg in a disaster film. All right. We're down to number 9. We're in the top 10 disaster films now. So this one's kind of cool because the Mayan calendar predictions ignite fear. Suddenly, global floods, quakes, and lava. And every man drives a limo through the chaos. Oh, I remember that now. Massive arcs were built to save humanity. The world literally ends. And then it reboots. Yes. Rhombus. So, yes, it was 2012, but when did they make it? You know, if it was 2012 and they wanted to stimulate the appetite, it couldn't be in the past, right? You had to do it before 2012. Director Roland Emmerich called this his most destructive film. And he was the one who made Independence Day. Yeah, there's the big crack in LA. Guy drove his limo right through there. Was it at Cusack? In that Cusack? It was made in 2009. 2009. Yeah. All right. Now, this picture's a little wonky, but it's a good one actually. Something rumbles beneath LA. A subway melts fast. Lava erupts on Wilshire Boulevard. Surprise, surprise. Tommy Lee Jones and Anne Heche battle molten chaos. Yeah, it was. Remember, La Brea tar pits start bubbling too. They start overflowing. Did not escape from LA, although that's cool. And this wasn't San Andreas. That was earlier. This is a different one. This is very LA centric. LA centric. They end up stopping the lava flows that all erupt on Wilshire Boulevard with freeway diverters. They stack them all up. Seriously, they saved the day with those freeway dividers. Anybody remember this one yet? Anne Heche and Tommy Lee Jones. Something rumbles beneath LA. 1997, so it is a while ago. It was early. This was actually the one called Volcano. And it was kind of weird. It was a kind of misnomer, right? Because it wasn't actually a volcano. It was more like cracks in the ground. It wasn't a classic volcano. Anyway, okay. It was released the same year as Dante's Peak. I don't know if you remember that. So it was a full plate of disasters with volcano. Yeah, Rory wins, exactly. He did. Thank God. Can you imagine the emotional damage if he didn't? Snowed in runways delay planes. A bomber hides among the passengers. Do you remember this one? This one was one of the real early disaster films, 1970. An all-star cast faces the skies. The first great aviation disaster film. It launched an entire subgenre. Anybody recognize anybody in that picture? I can tell you who the guy in the middle is. Dean Martin. Dean Martin was one of the stars of this movie. Anybody remember? It was like Chicago O'Hare. And yeah, it was the beginning. Snowed in runways, delayed planes, a bomber hides among the passengers. No, doesn't ring a bell. It's one of the originals. It was called Airport. Airport inspired 4 sequels and helped spark the 1970s disaster film boom. There you go, yeah. Okay. Airplane was close, Rob. Airplane was close. Close enough. Okay, this is next one's a little offbeat. A little more niche. Or niche, if you prefer. No one's been born in nearly 18 years in this movie. Society crumbles under the despair. But hope arrives in a single pregnancy. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Pregnancy? I'm not sure. Clive Owen protects the future. Good old Clive. He was hot for a while, wasn't he? He was so hot. It was so hot. A baby might save the world. Anybody remember? Anybody remember this one? No? Yeah, it's a kind of it's a catchy name actually, but maybe hard to remember. Its long, uncut action sequences are studied in film schools around the world. Didn't know that. No, it's not Star Wars. It's called Children of Men. Children of Men. 2006. Children of Men. There you go. All right, I know you know this next one. I know you know. This is one of the classic disaster films. 1998, to clue you in, a teen discovers a deadly comet when he's night gazing. Stargazing, not night gazing. Stargazing at night. The government has a secret plan. Elijah Wood flees on a dirt bike. There you go. A spaceship sacrifices itself. Oceans swallow the coastlines. So I don't know if you can tell, that's a big wave about to hit the city. And do you remember Tia Leone was big in this. Morgan Freeman, I think, was the president, if I'm not mistaken. This came out the same summer as Armageddon, but I think it predated it. Came out before. Not Day After Tomorrow. Remember what this was called? It was all about the comet. Comet's coming. There you go, Rob. Rob got it. Number 5 is Deep Impact. Deep Impact. This came out the same summer as Armageddon in Hollywood's Asteroid Showdown. There you go. We got 4 left. This next one was kind of interesting. I had a real hard time trying to follow it when I went to the movie. I don't know. You guys probably went to see this too. It's the whole thing is shot with like found footage, they call it. Like supposed to be like handheld, just amateur photography, and all pieced together. A party ends in screaming terror. It starts with a news report, and the Statue of Liberty loses her head. The monster carries her head around. A handheld camera captures the destruction. Oh, you got it. Good job, Rhombus. Rhombus! Blair Witch. That was a good one. Not on our list. These are disaster films. That would be on a spooky horror film. Realistic horror film. This is Cloverfield. Cloverfield. You remember the monster was so? I was digging the movie all the way through with the found footage, the handheld camera thing. You know, I was grooving with that. But then when they finally start showing that monster, the monster was a little weird. It's kind of a monster. The film was so secretive that its trailer didn't reveal the title at first. So they were trying to advertise it without telling you the title. There you go. That's hard. All right, Cloverfield. I don't know why the robots put that so high on the list. They liked it. I know you know this one. NASA hires oil drillers. Bruce Willis has 18 days. That's right. Bruce Willis is the Wildcat. Smith powers the love story. That's cool. I forgot that part. A nuke is an asteroid's heart. There you go. I don't want to miss a thing. I guess he says that. I don't know. I don't remember that. Anybody remember that? Oh, okay. Dr. Ravas, Mind the Panda. Mind the Panda had it first. You got to say your whole name, I guess. Mind the Panda. Mind the Panda. You are correct. Armageddon. NASA uses this movie in training to test how well hires can spot scientific inaccuracies. I guess it's got quite a few scientific inaccuracies. Number 1, Bruce Willis. Although Bruce Willis is a wildcat, I guess. All right, I know you guys have been itching to give me this answer all night. Number 2 on the all-time disaster movie list. believe it was written by the late Art Bell. Climate change on Fast Forward. Wolves escape the zoo. You kind of like these clues. They're kind of like hit. New York freezes overnight. There you go. You guys know this one. Rhombus got it first, I think. That's correct. Jake Gyllenhaal outruns the ice. And Dennis Quaid walks to the rescue. This is a long time ago. 2004. 2004. Yeah, Art Bell. Exactly. This film boosted public awareness of climate science, despite its Hollywood pacing. Yeah, kind of, the film kind of moves things along pretty quickly. I'm not sure what happened quite like that, but anyway, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool movie. All right, now number one is the original big disaster movie. And this was actually after Airport. But Airport wasn't strictly a disaster movie, right? But this one pretty much was. And this picture is pretty weird. So good luck. Listen to the clues. A rogue wave flips a ship. A New Year's party turns deadly. Yes, it does. Escape is upward. That's the key to the picture. Escape is upward, not outward. And Gene Hackman leads the survivors. Anybody that did the Gene Hackman tribute knows this one. Not Titanic. Good guess though, Brad. I can't believe Rory won. I was watching while I was doing clues. You are correct, Rhombus. Nothing. Ernest Borgnine, Shelley Winters. The disaster film that started it all. The upside down sets were built to make actors physically flip, adding realism to every scene. Yeah, so that was kind of cool about it, right? Stella Stevens. That's right, Stella Stevens. She was the